So how does this work now? Do we immediately put Oleksandr Usyk on Mount Rushmore, or do we got to wait for some kind of an official vote or something? I'm just wondering. Because what that man did is nothing short of phenomenal. He's gone out there and beat Anthony Joshua twice, beat Tyson Fury twice, and knocked out Daniel Dubois twice. And look at what he did in each one of those. And during each one of those fights, were you worried that he was going to lose? Did he look like he wasn't in control? Did you think that all of a sudden the tables may turn and he may get stopped? I mean, I get it. During that first fight with Tyson Fury, there were some moments, particularly, I want to say in, I don't know, 5th, 6th round or something, he got caught with a nasty uppercut. And, if Tyson Fury would have, maybe if he would have come forward more and imposed his will, he would have got the stoppage. He would have dropped Usyk. He would have been able to do something different. I don't know, man. That's all theoretical stuff. All I know for sure is those men fought 2 times. And both times, Usyk left with his hand raised. And look at and look at this fight, man. Like I was in the build up to this fight, one of the things that I said was, I don't know, a month and a half, 2 months out, I thought that I just had this feeling that Dubois was going to get the victory. I'm like, man, maybe this is his time. Maybe Usyk is overlooking him. Maybe all the build up with the Anthony Joshua and the Tyson Fury fights and him coming out victorious, just let him, allowed him to take his foot off the gas just a little bit. And all he needs is that coming down just a little bit. And at 39 years old, Dubois is going to be able to come in there. Dude's a murderous puncher. He's going to be able to make it happen, right? That's what, I don't know, it was a feeling that I was having. It's something that I was thinking at the time. But as the fight got closer and I handicapped it and I started looking back at their first fight particularly, I realized real quick, Dubois can't win this fight. And that's exactly what we saw. Usyk came out there and he did what Usyk does. The very first thing that we saw, he established the jab. That jab is beautiful, and the way that he uses it to control the fight, the way that he's able to use his footwork to get inside or outside of Dubois' lead foot, the way that he's able to get that jab off by inside by splitting the guard or sometimes moving the guard and getting it off, the way that he knew Daniel Dubois was going to come in with some adjustments. I mean, most people knew what Dubois would have had to do to win. He's a big puncher. He's a strong guy. He's got to come forward. He has to impose his physical size and strength on Usyk, right? He's got to push him back, work the double jab, triple the jab up, have the right hand follow behind it, switch the angles on that, go in there and get tough, be a bully a little bit, get rough, take Usyk out of his game. Like the last thing in the world that you can do is allow a guy who is as smart and talented as Oleksandr Usyk to get his game off. Like that is just, you are just setting yourself up for a nightmare. Now, that being easier said than done. A lot of people have gone out there with solid game plans. A lot of people have gone out there in prime physical condition. A lot of people have gone out there thinking they had it all figured out, only to realize that Usyk is that puzzle that you just can't finish, that problem that you just can't crack. And that's what we saw again. Usyk went out there and made the necessary adjustments to deal with what he thought Dubois was going to bring to the table. He started sitting down on that left hand early. And that means a lot because when a guy wants to come in and be aggressive and push you back and dictate the terms of the fight and the pace and how things are going, one of the first things that you can do is catch that dude with some heat. And you let him know, hey, you ain't just going to come in here recklessly. You're not just going to come in and bully me and push me around. That's not the way this fight is going to go. That's what Usyk did. Started landing that left hand with some authority. Started setting it up really nice. Even countered with it beautifully. And towards I believe it was the end of the second round when he had Dubois coming in and just caught him over the top with it. And eventually just started to tattoo him with that thing. So, Oleksandr Usyk, man, my hat's off to the man. He has done what most people thought was absolutely impossible. When he was coming up from cruiserweight, moving up to the heavyweight division, there was a lot of people who doubted his style. A lot of people thought that he would be successful, but never be able to do the things that he did now. And count me in that group. I didn't think watching the cruiserweight Oleksandr Usyk that we were all of a sudden going to see Usyk go over here and just decapitate the top of the heavyweight division with what he's done. I didn't see it happening, and that's exactly what he did. And that is incredibly impressive. So, does the man deserve to go on Boxing Mount Rushmore yet? Sean Zattel, a boxing journalist that I have an incredible amount of respect for, said that he thought, I believe he said the February 2020 version of Tyson Fury would have beat Usyk. He said that he thought Vitaly Klitschko could have beat Usyk. So in some regards, it's not the best fighter that he's ever seen or the best heavyweight that he's ever seen. Nevertheless, he accomplished more. Right? We can talk about the theoretical fights between Klitschko and Usyk, or the theoretical fights if he would have caught Tyson Fury a little bit earlier and they would have fought. But they actually fought in real life and Usyk won twice. And when Usyk went out there and finished his career, well, he's not even finished yet. He said he's got at least one more, but where he's at right now. Vitaly Klitschko finished his career and you look at where Usyk is right now. You may make the speculation that Klitschko could have won that fight. But the facts are Usyk accomplished far more in his career. Incredible feats. Personally, I would have loved to have seen what Klitschko could have done without that back injury because the man was a beast. Just go back and watch that fight with Lennox Lewis. Phenomenal stuff. But man, Usyk did it. He actually went out there and did all these things. It was no longer talk. It was no longer speculation. It was no longer what ifs. He went out there and did it. And my hat's off to him. At this point, he could ride off into the sunset. But if he wants to do anything else, everybody's going to sit back and watch. So let me know what you guys think. Were you as impressed with this fight as I was? Did you think that he was going to be able to go out there and dispatch Dubois the way in which he did? You know, the old timers got a saying, when you knock a man out, you knock him out quicker in the rematch. That's exactly what we saw here. The old timers called it right again. Let me know what you guys think.